Hello YouTube, here I am back with a review or first glance or page through or whatever we should call it. Let's see when we finish this video where we have landed everything. Well, anyways, this book I bought from an online bookstore and I'm really excited about it because I really love the Arkham Horror Files franchise that is published by Fantasy Flight Games. It's a game series. For you who don't know Arkham Horror, it's a board game, and there are several kinds of games in this franchise actually, and all of them are very colorful and very beautifully illustrated by really talented artists. And for example, this first page here, it's illustrated by the Swedish illustrator Anders Finner, and we see here on the back side it's an extension of the beautiful first side, and here we also see that it's published by Dark Horse Books. I guess they are the one who were doing the book thing, and Asmodee Entertainment and Fantasy Flight Games. Fantasy Flight Games is owned by Asmodee and so on. Well, so there are no really author of the book, but the Fantasy Flight Games actually. Okay, let's take a look inside. Opening the first page, we see here it's a really thick hardcover. It's I think it's 188 pages long. We see here this dark black and white night sky over Arkham, I guess. And we see down here, I don't know if you see it, but there are two figures here, probably two investigators from the game, I guess. And here we have monsters surfacing from the deep, I guess. It's I mean it's a really colorful book, and it's the same in the games actually. It's very vibrant, everything. We take a check here on the table of contents. We have a president and publisher here, Mike Richardson, and some people getting credit for the book, and well, printed in China. It's from June 2021, so it's quite new to this day at least. In the table of contents we see here foreword, and that foreword is from Brian Schomburg, visual creative director at Fantasy Flight Games, and in here he speaks about when he first started to play Arkham Horror, the Arkham Horror game in 1987, I guess it was released, and how he over the years had grown to be very fond of the Cthulhu mythos and Lovecraft and gaming in that world. So he's very pleased to finally get to work actually with this franchise. And chapter 1, Legend Haunted Arkham, and chapter 2, Prohibition and Paradise, chapter 3, The Known and Unknown, chapter 4, Fathomless Deeps, Monsters and Hunters, The Art of Terror, and Journeys Beyond. So I guess they have separated the art into different categories here. Let's see what they contain. Okay, Legend Haunted Arkham. Dark shadow grows in the city of Arkham. Alien entities, known as Ancient Ones, lurk in the emptiness beyond the space and time, writhing at the thresholds between worlds Occult rituals must be stopped and alien creatures destroyed before the Ancient Ones make our world their ruined dominion. Ooh. And here we have, I guess, a lot of art so from the city of Arkham and the surroundings. The Arkham Historical Society. Here we have some text about it. This one I recognize from Mansion of Madness, the first, the core set, right? If I'm not wrong. Here we have some characters inside Arkham. And here you also, if you have played one of the games, you recognize these very well. I mean, Agnes Baker, of course. And here are some characters I remember from Lita Chandler. She's from the Arkham Horror, the living card game. The first campaign, Night of the Zealot. Maybe she surfaces in other campaigns as well. I wouldn't be surprised if she did. A lot of characters. Silver Twilight. The pages are really thick. I mean, these are really, really good quality. I know a lot of books, role-playing books, that have very thin paper quality, and but this is really nice. It's as always. I always praise Fantasy Flight games for the good quality games, and even this book is really, really high quality, I guess. Places of Power, Prohibition and Paradise. Here we have the section where we go mafia, I guess. A lot of people, pulp stuff, decadence and decay. Oh, here we have the Charlie Kane. I guess he's figuring in all of the games. Jim Culver also, a musician in all of the games. Well, we'll pitch through it a little bit faster here. I mean, the art of this entire franchise, as I said earlier, and have said many times, it's perfect, it's stellar. I really love it. And inside the games, they give such an atmosphere. I mean, it's the arts carrying a lot of these games forward, at least in Arkham Horror, the card game, where every card, I mean, there's, how many cards are there? Maybe 300-400 cards, and every card has a new art on it. It's an incredible work by the artists, and there are a lot of artists collaborating on illustrating those games. What strikes me a little in this publication is that yes, it's nice to get those flavor texts together with the images as well, but if I could choose, I would be more interested in the art of Arkham Horror. I mean, it's an art book. It's not a lore book. It's an art book. So I would like to see maybe some presentation of the artists and illustrators that have done this fantastic work. There are some references and bylines up here. It's the smallest text ever in the book. So I really don't think it gives enough cred to the illustrators. If you're presenting an art book, I think that the illustrators and artists should be more in the center of it. But that's my 5 cents of it. I think also it's an amazing book, and it's so many um, paintings in here, and fantastic images. And I guess they have just presented a couple of percent of everything they have. So it's packed with art, and of course that's nice too. You get as much as possible inside this book. This would definitely be laying on my coffee table for people to page through. Friends, not the kids maybe, not the smallest ones. Yeah. Yeah. And the book, the last page of the book is also a big image of night, the night sky of Arkham. Well, this is definitely a really nice book, and I can recommend it for anyone who loves the games or loves the art, and don't want to take the game out of all the cards out of the boxes just to watch or check or enjoy the art. Here it is in a compact form that can be in your shelf and be a really nice addition to other books, especially my my role-playing books. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this little page through and first impression video. If you did, please press the like button down below, and see you next time.